Good morning. This is the time and place for the Planning Hearing Officer hearing for July 12th, 2017. My name is Vilia Zamaitaitis, and I will be conducting the hearing as hearing officer. Today we have two cases on the agenda, and relevant exhibits are posted on the boards directly behind me. I believe there is a staff announcement regarding the first case. Ms. Toledo?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Zamaitaitis. The project location at 2060 through 2066 Verdugo Boulevard and 3734 Park Place. Parking reduction permit case number 1705462. Again, PPRP 1705462. The applicant has requested that this case be continued to a date uncertain. They'd like to revisit the parking study, and that's going to take a little more time. So in the future, when they are ready, we will renotice. Again, within 500 feet, and we will also have the applicant post the property again with a new public notice.
All right, thank you very much. So again, the first case on today's agenda for a parking reduction permit for 2060 through 2066 Verdugo Boulevard and 3734 Park Place is being continued and will be renoticed. Okay, with that said, we have one remaining case on today's agenda, which is a conditional use permit, case number PCUP 1705644 for the project site located at 1215 East Colorado Street, Unit 101. The applicant is Steve Wu, and Mr. Dennis Joe will give us a brief project description and analysis.
Thank you, Ms. Zamaitaitis. Once again, this applicant's proposal is a conditional use permit to allow the continued use of a massage establishment. Just to go into CEQA analysis, this project is exempt from CEQA as Class 1 as existing facilities, as the applicant does not propose to expand any floor area or expansion of use. Going to the site context, the zone and general plan of this property is community services. The tenant space is a ground floor unit, approximately 746 square feet within a two-story building, which is a multi-tenant commercial building, approximately 6,500 square feet. On the site, there's there are 20 surface parking spaces between the front and the rear of the property. I believe there's 5 in the front and 15 at the rear. Access to the 5 parking spaces and the 15 parking spaces at the rear are taken from 2 separate driveways, both from East Colorado Street. And the context for the immediate vicinity are a mix of personal services and professional offices along East Colorado Street. The surrounding zoning designations of the properties of the subject site are C3, which share the same zoning designation to the south, east, and west, with the exception to the north, which is a R2250. Which is a multifamily residential zone. Behind it is a 2-story multifamily residential building. Going to break into staff's analysis of this conditional use permit. One, the proposed use is consistent with the elements of the general plan, as the land use element of this property is community services, which personal services, such as a massage establishment, which is being proposed, is typically found and generally offered in these zones, which is complementary to the other activities which are found in the commercial zones. The circulation element, Colorado Street is a major arterial street, which is suitable for this type of use. Major arterial streets serve the purpose of the most heaviest traffic and serves as like the artery for the heaviest traffic, moving traffic from throughout the city and to the bisecting highways or freeways through the city. There are no other impacts to the other elements such as open space, recreation, or housing element due to the nature of a massage establishment. This type of use wouldn't require additional parks or open space as like a residence would. The second finding, continued operation of the massage establishment is not anticipated to be detrimental to the public health, safety, or general welfare. Staff agrees with this. The immediate vicinity of along Colorado is developed with a variety of commercial uses such as retail, offices, other personal services, and restaurants. The There is a moderate density residential to the north, which is along Orange Grove Avenue. Because there are no changes to the site plan or the building or the parking lot, there would not be an impact to these existing residences. Additionally, the commercial building is oriented towards Colorado Street and away from the affected residential, multifamily residential to the north. Adequate public and private facilities such as utilities, landscaping, and traffic circulation measures are provided. This massage establishment has been operating since 2012. The site has 20 parking spaces, which are on the surface parking lot. They're not expanding. They're not making any changes to the tenant space. So there's no increase to parking demand due to what they're proposing. They're just proposing to continue the massage use. There are existing utilities, landscaping, and parking spaces and traffic circulation measures as they're already in place. And once again, I'm kind of reiterating, they're just proposing to continue the massage use without any modifications to the building or intensification of the operation of the use. Last, there are no known parks, churches, or private schools, colleges or daycare facilities, libraries, or hospitals within the proximity of the massage establishment. However, Glendale High School is within a quarter mile of the subject site, which is located at the southeast corner of Broadway and Verdugo. This application was routed to various departments, particularly the Glendale Police Department and Neighborhood Services Division. Both departments cited no major concerns associated with the proposed use and this conditional use permit. Staff's recommendation, staff believes all findings can be made in a positive manner and therefore recommends approval of this entitlement. If there's any questions, staff is available for any inquiries. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Joe. In reviewing the comments from the other departments, I noticed that the police department submitted recommended conditions of approval, and those will be addressed in the proposed conditions of approval for the CUP.
Correct. They did address some standard conditions they usually apply for a massage establishment. They were included within the staff's draft findings and conditions. And once again, I just want to reiterate that they did not cite any major concerns, but they did recommend some conditions that are standard for the proposed use.
Okay, and so there have been no calls for service by the police department with regards to this establishment?
That's correct, no calls for service.
And there are no open code enforcement cases at neighborhood services regarding this business as well?
That is correct.
Okay. So because the other just standard conditions were from Glendale Water and Power, the city attorney, and this is in reference to the provisions in Chapter 5.64 dealing with massage establishments in general, and no comments or conditions from the Public Works Department. With that said, Mr. Joe, just and also to read into the record, based on your staff report and the current ordinance, as was amended back in January of 2016, all massage establishments must now go through the CUP process in order to continue in this case, to continue operation or to establish a new.
That's correct.
Massage. Okay. Thank you very much. I would like to invite the applicant to come up, state your name for the record, and then if you would please continue and go through your project description as well as the findings that you submitted for this CUP.
Yes. Okay. Hi, my name is Steve. I'm the applicant for this conditional use permit application, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the AA Spa Massage. And this company has been providing the massage service at the current location for 5 years. And the company, operation hours is from 10 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. in the evening. And of course, this company going to follow the city municipal call for the massage, operations. Basically, the massage is classified as the professional office, and it has same occupant law as the retails. so it will not increase the parking use at this current location. And it will be consistent with the objective of the general plan guidelines. And also, you will not have a adverse impact on the surrounding developments, and also it will not be detrimental to the public safety and the welfare. And this massage do not provide alcohol use, so you will not encourage the crime in that area. And also, you will not have an adverse impact on the surrounding hospital, school, daycare, and also the residential commercial use, in this area. Based on this fact, I hope you approve this conditional use permit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
One quick question. Has the business operator owned the establishment or operated the establishment since its original zoning use certificate was issued in 2012?
Yes,
okay,
yes, that's correct. There's no change of ownership.
No change of ownership. And they have read over the recommended conditions of approval for the CUP and agree to abide by those?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
And that would be for the hours of operation of 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.?
Yes, that's correct.
And they are aware that our Glendale Municipal Code has specific standards regarding massage establishments in terms of the transparency of the windows and the location of the front lobby and whatnot. So they are in compliance with those established standards, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, with that said, I am inclined to approve the conditional use permit PCUP 1705644 to continue the operation of the massage establishment AA Spa located at 1215 East Colorado Street, Unit 101. A decision will be rendered within a few days. The matter will be taken under submission meanwhile. So thank you very much. That being said, there are no other items on today's Planning Hearing Officer agenda, and would like to thank everyone for coming, and would like to close the official, I should say that the hearing is now officially closed.